2, 1.
All right, y'all. Welcome back. Same play on 2. We got another exclusive interview today. We got my man Key Potter, the Don Potter Ski, in case y'all didn't know. Yeah, give it up for him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The owner, the founder of T.R.C.A, the real cut above. Key, what's going on? Tell us a little bit about what's going on over at the T.R.C.A.
Man, everything's going beautiful, KT.
First of all, cheers. I don't mean to cut you off.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Cheers to the weird.
Okay.
We just doing different things over at the Real right now. We're trying to make sure that the next generation of barbers are fortified, edified, and certified. You feel me? A lot of times what we do in this business is we forget about where we come from. But I'm gonna keep on putting this in y'all face so y'all never forget. You feel me? But at the same time, I'm making sure that I pull all my contemporaries and my peers to the place where they feel like they need to be.
Oh, yeah.
You feel me?
Oh, yeah.
So, we just keep it at 100 with ourselves and
You
try to
always
keep
do.
it 100 with the community. So that's really it, man. Just stand up on everything, man. Keep it relevant. You feel me?
Keep it relevant.
Yeah.
Always finding a way to recreate and like you said, stay relevant. I love it.
Yeah.
I love everything about it.
That's what's up.
I know this. When you first opened up, how many years has it been?
30 years. We're going on
30 years, y'all. Let's give it up for 30 years. That's black excellence.
Yes, sir.
That's success.
Appreciate that.
That's definitely success. You haven't always been the real cut above. When you first started out, I think I remember it just being the cut above.
Absolutely. It was just that.
Okay, so talk a little bit, Keith, about where the change and where the idea came from.
Okay. Well, it was all visionary. You feel me? A lot of things were going on at the time. The Keep It Real movement was going, and when I first opened up, it was a beauty school and another barbershop, another Caucasian barbershop that had the name The Cut Above. And I was like, man, I kept getting phone calls.
Here? Somewhere here?
Yep, here in the city. It was a Caucasian beauty college called Cut Above Beauty College, and then it was a Cut Above barbershop, but it was an older white establishment. Had to do my research on it, right? You know what I mean? Since they had been around doing their thing, I had to respect the game because I got tired of getting their phone calls, and I'm sure they got tired of getting mine as well. So just sitting up one day parlaying with the fellas, and we got a phone call. We had a couple of them Coronas, you feel me? And I was like, I'm sick of everybody calling me for these people, man. Why are they calling? And then, I said, I'm the real here in our city. The real. And then they was like, that's it, man. The real cut above. I was like, that's it. I said, that's it. We can ready to go with that. I mean, the next day. That's how fast you gotta be on.
Switch it all the way up.
So we put that in place, man, and we ain't looked back since, man. It's just consistently trying to be better than I was yesterday as a person and in business, and constantly trying to lift my people up, man. It's hard, I'm gonna tell you. You feel me? Anybody want to get in this business, you want to be a leader, you want to be a barbershop owner, man, you gotta be a visionary. I see you a visionary with this right here. So I'm letting y'all know I'm sitting in some real. You feel me? And that's all. That's it, man. That's all I can do, man. Is drop that real to whoever is doing something and it's in a real way. This is in a real way. This is in no way, shape, or form falsified documents. You feel me? This is real stuff. No doubt. So we put everything together, man, just so we can make a difference. And sometimes people get into this for money or some type of residual type feeling of gratitude for themselves. And once I got past that, don't get me wrong, I had that when I was younger. Yeah. But if you're gonna get better and bigger in this business and be someone that's respected, somebody's revered for what they do, you got to start thinking about the people. You feel me? So I started thinking about the barbers, and sometimes barbers don't really respect what you do until they go somewhere else. You feel me? They think they got it real smooth where they at. But then when they get somewhere else, they be like, man, OG don't do it this way. And I've had plenty of dudes say, man, I don't know why, man, but every time somebody do something, I be like, ain't the way OG do it. I said, because you've been taught well, you've been taught right. You see what I'm saying? So even if you want to do it wrong, feel me? It's just like being in church. A lot of us forget the church scene, but we still got the church vibe. You feel me? A lot of times we just come back home. So when your thought process, you know, is wrapped around their real and their right, you can't really do nothing but the real and the right. So when they go somewhere, it keeps moving. I found a lot of dudes that leave my spot, they keep moving around. They don't go nowhere last. And they don't want to come back to me. It's just they want to go and try to figure it out away from me. They know they got the game. Because a lot of them know when they leave, they got way more than they had when they came in. And let me flip the script and put it to you like this, JT. You've been in the business as the owner for quite a while yourself.
17 years.
Listen, man. When people leave, they go places, and then they realize, hey, that wasn't really the place for me. That other place may have been, but just depending on how you leave, will gain you re-entry. If you leave wrong, we don't really mess around with that. But if you leave right, we leave the door open. I've left the door open for people, and then they come back, and I see they on the cusp of really breaking in and doing their thing. They don't see it, but I do. I tell them, I'm cool, man. You out here doing it, man. I ain't no names, but if y'all hear this conversation via satellite, y'all know what I'm talking about, and it's all love. But you know what I mean? I ain't never put a boy out that didn't deserve to be put out, but the ones, sometimes I won't let the ones that I know right there regain entry because they get comfortable again. I want you to keep grinding. You feel me? Keep on grinding, keep on pushing. So that's what I'm trying to really relate to these young dudes. I want them to come in and understand this ain't a hostage situation. You don't owe me nothing but to come in, pay your booth rent, and follow the rules and listen. You feel me? So at the end of the day, you feel me? They get something that'll help them to move up in business, and I get the satisfaction of knowing that I'm putting in on the next generation of barbers. I have impact on their life and their career, and I'm giving them what they need to transcend.
Man, I already know. I know how you get there. I know the influence you put on these guys out here. You know what I'm saying? And it's very well appreciated.
Yes, sir.
It's very well appreciated.
Yeah. So it's all a ground. You build from the ground up.
Okay.
You feel me? And when we get, sometimes as barbers or as entrepreneurs, I use barbering. Forgive me, I use barbering for everything as a jump off because that's what I do.
Yeah,
you know what
it's
I mean?
the center of what you're doing.
Whatever
it's the
I'm
center.
doing.
It's where it starts.
Yes, sir.
It's where it starts. Just like what we doing now, it's where it starts.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know this is in the back of a barber shop.
Yeah.
Kev, where the studio at? Where the studio? I ain't told everybody.
Smart move.
But you know,
Smart move.
it's in the back of the barber shop.
You get your greatest, you take a conversation from out in the chair, bring it back here. You feel me? Plug in.
That's the direction we going.
Yeah.
Just what you said.
Yeah.
Just what you said. I know you've had locations after you've had location after
Everywhere.
location after location, and I do know for a fact you have blessed some boys. You know, they had to pay for it. You know, because the game is sold. You know, the game is sold.
Yeah.
Once you done built it up and you branded it. So it's like you passing on. Yeah, I'm gonna give you this Chick-fil-A. I'm gonna give you this McDonald's.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you the McDowell's.
You feel
Whatever.
me? Whatever you need.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
But I know for a fact you've had where was your first shop? 22nd and Meridian?
Yeah, 10 West 22nd Street. I was there for 4 years. First barber I had, I was there for about maybe about 2 months on my own, and then I had a young man named Cameron Haywood. He came in, then Damon Bird, Chris Robinson.
Shout out to these guys.
These dudes, they was the right hands and the left hands. You feel me? And we did some really good things there, and we set the tone because it was a new Jack barbershop. You feel me? This was early '90s. I opened up January 12, 1992.
Right.
You feel me? In the dead of winter, when everybody's like, man, you should wait to spring. I said, boys get haircuts in the spring, summer, winter, and fall. You feel me?
It was rough back then trying to scrape $1 for a haircut.
Man, listen. But this is where I came up with the whole theory about how to evolutionize, not Revolution, not evolution.
Evolution.
We're gonna take the R off of it. We talking about evolving continuously.
Yeah,
You feel me? What do boys like? They want to have a fresh haircut, opportunity to see some women, and some good music, and be close to some food. So we put all of those things in place. I had a beauty salon in the back. Almost two weeks after I take it back. About 2 months after I opened up, the young ladies down at this store that they used to call Hair Front. I don't know if it's been city.
Remember Hair Front.
Remember Hair Front.
Yeah.
Cliff Robinson. Shout out to Cliff Robinson.
Yeah, shout out Cliff.
They came down to the shop, and I guess they ain't like the way Cliff was treating them as far as what they had going on. They was on percentage. Now I understand percentages as far as a business owner, but they didn't like it. They wanted to pay blueprint. I moved in down the street. They come down. Hey, you think about putting a beauty shop in here? We got 4 girls that want to come.
What?
I was like, okay. I said, well, I'm gonna need somebody's license number to manage this mug because it's only set up for a barbershop.
Right.
Boom. One of the girls said, hey, you can use mine. You feel me?
And it took off.
Man, shout out to Nikki. Nikki came through for me. She was like, here, take that. You feel me? And boom, you know what I mean? And then once I got them in there, that was a part of, they needed us the same way we needed them. You feel me? It was the men and the women in the back, men in the front, the protectors up front, women getting protected in the back. You feel me? Had the music, they didn't mind. Back in the day, I'm gonna be honest, I played whatever. You feel me? Because
it was a lounge.
It was a total lounge.
Country
club. And we didn't have to advertise it being lounge and country club. Boys fell through because boys was telling boys and girls.
And that's what it is.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
New in the neighborhood where the younger black community could come together and they could hear the music, they could get the vibe, they could see the girls could see the boys, the men could see the women could see the men. Right. It was just a cluster of love. You feel me? And and on top of that, we was dishing out them oranges. Right. You feel me? And if you gonna have something, you gotta have it the right thing to sell to them.
Dishing out them honoraries for y'all that ain't pick up what he put down, you know what I'm saying? Keep, go ahead and give me a breakdown.
Dishing out them honoraries is when we used to roll back in the day, you know what I mean, a boy would see your car, you might be True Vogue, Fork Vogue, Candy, with the Candy Mako or Candy Earl Shad with the lumpy top from Indy top and trim, you feel me? And when you pull up, if you really own it, boy's gonna be so like, boy, he honored me.
Yeah.
He honored me right there.
That's what it was.
The haircuts, when they boy got out the chair, they look at their stuff, boy, they look whatever they honored right there. So we was always putting them honorary ones to work. So you can get it too, still in 2022, you can get honorary.
That's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir.
So a lot of things transpired in that little area that gave us hope that we were sitting on the right thing. We were sitting on a movement. And a lot of dudes talk about they got a movement in so many things, in so many ways. But I mean, until you had impact over decade, I mean, I done lasted longer than some real life business. You feel me? That's and sometimes you gotta grab the horn yourself and let people know you coming. You feel me? Like you can't just sit in traffic and be mad that it ain't moving. Right. I be on the horn. I'm laying on it constantly. That's what I do in this business. I lay on the horn constantly. So when we realized what could be done, and I say we, I always speak in plural for myself because I'm more than one person. You feel me? I hustle like I'm 10 people. Okay. But I want everybody to see me do what I do so that they can feel compelled to do what they do. I even put at this stage of the game, we'll jump into the products and the Clippers here shortly, but I give boys the opportunity, my vision of people having their own independence while they with me is I give them an opportunity to purchase products and everything. They can buy the products and sell it off of their stand, off of their station. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to feel like I'm the only one. Y'all working for me. Y'all hustling for me. But if they don't want to buy the product, I give them $1 off everything that they sell. I don't care if it's a $2 product. They get $1 off everything that they sell because I want them to feel empowered by what I'm doing. Yeah. I don't want them to feel like they working for me. I'm telling them, the more products you sell, the less you probably gonna end up paying in booth rent. Because if you sell 75 products a week, if I'm charging 150, you just cut your booth rent in half.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
That's great.
So I'm not losing, because guess what? Every product they sell might be $7 to $10. So I'm making between $6 and $8 every sale that they selling. So how am I losing? If you got 75 sales, you times 75 on average by that 7. That's $350. So I made $350 and you still owe me 75. That's $425. Can you dig that?
Boy, it never stops. It never stops.
Hey, you feel me?
And I mean, my light bulb just came on when you said that. I'm like, oh, okay. So, and with that said, like I said, we get ready to talk about the products, but let's bring up where the products actually came in. Was that right around 22nd and Meridian, and then your second shop to your third shop, and all the way up to where you are right now?
The thought of the Clippers, the thought of the products came in about 2007. 2007. I was on YouTube. I'm still on YouTube, by the way. You feel me? You can catch me at Blessed Hands, the real one. BLESSEDHANDZ. Number 1. You feel me?
Hands.
The real one.
The real one.
And I was on there, and I was going through a lot of things at that time in business, thinking, man, do I really want to keep on doing this and that? You got high volume, high caliber haircuts. Really wasn't a lot of people on YouTube at the time. It was a lot of people, but not compared to what it is now.
Yeah, right.
So it was a handful of, when I say handful, it was a lot of dope barbers on there, but it was a lot of people on there trying to figure out how to be educated with barbering, because a lot of people were starting to find out barbering was one of those careers where you could kind of make some money, have some control, do some things you probably wouldn't be able to do 9 to 5.
Yeah, that's right.
So I was just on there piddly patting around, posting some video. I just learned how to upload videos from my camcorder, you feel me? So I'm sitting up doing that, and I got about 3-4 videos up. And this one dude is an older guy, and he became a mentor to me. His name is Al Reed. Check out Al's Millions if you're on YouTube and catch that game. But he's somebody I respect to the utmost, because he saw my raw ability and just was like, man, he said, you got something there, man. He said, you can really cut, and I hear you talking. He said, you got plenty of information. He said, but you're missing one thing. And I was like, what's that? He said, you're missing out on retail. Now, I'm going to put everybody up on game that owns a barbershop. If you're not selling retail products out of your barbershop, you're missing out on a big opportunity. You're letting all the money walk out the door. Now, he said, how many people do you have come through your barbershop daily? I said, I should have my hand about 5 barbers. So I'm like, everybody may cut 10, at least 10 people a day. So I told him maybe about 50 to 75. He was like, okay. He said, well, have you ever tried selling anything? And I was like, haircut? I mean, that was it.
Yeah,
you know what
right.
I mean? He was like, you pretty good. He said, but this is what you need to do. He said, you need to have some products. But I was like, what I'm going to do with products? He said, your clients come in, he said, I bet every day you send somebody to the Chinese store. I said, yeah, right. He was like, that's not the thing to do. He said, you need to have the product there so you can make the money. I was like, how do you figure? He was like, gave me a little game. The game's been sold. I told you ain't get all the information right here, but what I will do is I'll give you an opportunity to give me a buzz and we can dig deeper. But he did tell me, he said, you need to be able to sell something in your shop. You need to find something that's going to suit the client, the median client that comes in. So I was like, most dudes is coming in now, everybody got in beards. I was like, okay, so I'm gonna find something. So I made up a little small beard kit, mixed up some, you feel me, and some and I kept working with it. So then when I started using it at the time, I wasn't rocking a beard. I was just rocking the goatee. My stuff was broken, but I just rocked the goatee. And I said, I'm gonna see how this stuff works. So I cut my goatee off. My wife was mad. She said, what are you doing? I said, I'm just trying to see something, you know what I mean? Trying to see this boy grow. She was like, man, you gotta put something on there, because you got here looking real suspicious. You feel me? So I let the boy grow out, and as I'm letting it grow out, I'm like, man, it's looking kind of soft. I'm getting to work in there, I'm like, man, what you doing over here? That light went on.
Yeah.
I said, now everybody inquiring. Sure. I said, okay. I said, so we gonna bottle up a few bottles of this. You feel me? And we're gonna see what it is. Bottled up a few, made up some labels. Put them boys on the shelf and back me on that. When I get through the boy with the beard, run through there, eating with a little bit of that bomb. Boy was like, man, that stuff smells good, man. What is that? Oh, they're got it. They asking that question, now you can sell it to them. You say, hey man, this is what I'm using to get my, oh yeah, I need that. Boom, boom, boom. So that started everything. Some beer bomb, just some beer bomb started the whole movement. And then from one product, now I got 40. You feel me? And I got seasonal products that I only put out in certain seasons. I got 10 winter, 10 summer, 10 fall.
Right.
You feel me? And as the seasons change, you get a breath of fresh air with a new fragrance, a new wine, like the red velvet pomade in the wintertime. The red velvet pomade is hot, but in the wintertime, I can use what they call infrared dome foam. The infrared dome foam is a foam that you use to brush the waves in after you done took a shower. You get out, hit it with a little foam, brush it down, hit it with your wave cap, take your dryer, hit it, and you can keep your wave cap on till you get to work. You feel me? Take that mug off. Ain't that old greasy feel to it, shining. You got that fluffy wave out of there. So it's you take out certain things and you add certain things based on the season and how stuff really takes to you. The skin, super dry skin. I got a facial lotion. You know what I mean? Red velvet facial lotion. You know what I mean? Got everything you need to keep your skin healthy throughout the winter seasons. Keeps you from drying out. You know how we get ashy, paws get a little light.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So, man, I guess I didn't realize you really became a connoisseur of the skin care and the products.
Yeah.
Like that. I knew you had products, but wait a minute. Hold on, keep it going. I'm gonna grab a couple of these. Cause we're gonna go over. This part we can actually keep it running, or we can edit it. It doesn't matter. So, all right. Pardon the interruption. So, and you said this here is what?
That's the red velvet pomade right there.
Okay, this is the red velvet pomade.
Yeah. Tell the way to lay down, get down and lay down.
Wow, this is
whatever
really-
you gotta do. All of these right here
So
are
professionally packaged.
Yeah, and the only thing I don't have on now is my ingredient, because everything has a patent pending to it. You feel me? So we're not putting until I get out everything completely. Completely. I'd rather keep my secrets.
Of course.
Keep my secret secret. You feel me?
Okay, of course.
But we got the red velvet pomade. That's good for what I call summer enjoyment. You feel me? Your hair gonna pop up. The infrared dome foam is for a quiet time with the wave. You feel me? You dig what I'm saying? This right here this is for the wild. You feel me? You out playing ball.
And it's got a good smell.
And very much so. Everything you're opening up. Everything that I produce is gotta be for your visual enjoyment, your nasal enjoyment. You feel me? And
Yeah.
it's got to be able to be tolerated by you and anybody that may be around. You don't want that stuff that you put in your head that smells like Pine Bluff, Arkansas. You feel me?
Right. Now this here is a black gel. What do you use that for?
Well, the beauty of black gel is it's a unilateral product. You feel me? Like when my beard starts getting a little salt and peppery.
Okay.
You feel me? This is a color that I have here. This shriek is real deal, but this color is this color. You feel me?
Right.
But as the color starts to fade, instead of processing your face on a regular basis, once a week or every 2 weeks. I get mine done probably every 6 weeks. You feel me? But in the meanwhile, I use this black gel to color my beard. You feel me? So when I get out the shower, I just take a little bit, rub it in my hand, rub it in my beard, comb it, keep it away from my gray, leave my streak patch, and then what it does, it freezes up as you working it in, unless you hit it with a dryer. It freezes up, it ain't moving. Plus, I'll tell you, this right here is alcohol-based product, but I do have moisturizing qualities to this. So
I love the way you found you balanced the science behind
absolutely
what it took to get it to where it doesn't harm nobody.
Yeah.
And no complaints or anything.
No parabens, no sulfates at all. And I'm not gonna call it organic because I put a few things in here to just make the crowd move. You feel me? Like, you know.
And that's an ancient black man's secret.
Yeah.
And so this is a wave sauce.
Wave sauce. It's a little bit lighter for thinner and finer hair. You feel me? Like you got, you know how we say, boy, you got that good hair?
Yeah.
This is good hair, boy.
That's for the good hair.
Good hair, boy. It ain't all thick and cakey because you can tell in their hair when you take up a grease or something of that nature. So this right here, if you got that fine good hair, we got that incredible pineapple mango wave sauce, and we have the same thing goes with our deep conditioner. Use this with any of our hair products. You can use the pineapple mango deep conditioning spray. You can use that to moisturize your hair before you put in the black gel, or use the deep conditioning spray to put in your beard before you use the black gel, because any alcohol-based products, I don't care how small or heavy, you need something to counterbalance that. So when you counterbalance, you need a deep conditioner. So we come up with a deep conditioner that's gonna do and add the moisturizer necessary to keep your beard or your hair from breaking off because of excessive alcohol use.
I've been cutting hair this long for 25 years, and I don't know.
It's a science, like you said.
I'm still learning.
Yeah.
And that's why I look up to guys like you. Shout out to Lazzy and Rob Laster.
Yes, sir.
And
my people.
You know, you just got boys that's been cutting for years and years. Keep them ready, you know what I'm saying? But I can go on and on. Anybody I forgot.
Hey,
I'm
so
sorry.
good in mind.
You know. And I'm shouting out to the old school guys, the old school guys that paved the way, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, getting back, so you got, you developed some clippers.
Absolutely.
And they are OG's Fade 1.
Yeah. The first time around, OG Fade 1.
Okay, is that what we're looking at over there? All right, hold on.
Boom.
Alright, sorry for the interruption. Let's talk about these clippers here. First of all, they got a good feel. They're cordless. And what is the quality of the cut? Is it
The quality of the cut is
Cadillac?
is superior. The ergonomically, I got a pretty big hand. They fit perfectly in my hand. They also fit perfectly in the hand of a woman. If you got petite hands, you're a woman, they're gonna fit really well. If you got big hands as I do, they're gonna fit really well. They're very light. You know what I mean? As KT said, they're cordless. They do show you on the front display. It will show you your power level, what you have left. It will also show you.
Oh wow, I see it.
It will show you if you need to be oiled. It's an oil can that pops up on here. It shows you if you need to be oiled, and it'll show you the power cord will start to blink when you start to run out of fuel. And these were developed. We went through about 6 different prototypes, and these right here were developed because we wanted a ergonomically correct, precise cutting, something that you could handle. Because I can flip these boys around and,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, and do what I need to do. And it feels right. It's not heavy. Over the years, I've had some surgeries, and these right here aren't very heavy at all. They're really based on, if you pick up a pair of Andis now, they're a little bit heavier in the cordless state. You know what I mean? I do like what Wall brings to the table, so I wanted a cut that was similar to the Wall. And this one actually takes Wall guards. Yeah, and you can, if you wanted to go into doing modifying the blades, which I modified 2 other pairs, my OG Phase 2. I modified those and put one of these blades on it and took the blade off, the fat blade off of that one and put it on here.
And what do these retail? What do these sell for?
These are on our website right now for $130. And then if you come to the shop and buy them out of the shop, you save yourself the shipping and handling, because with shipping and handling, that $130 translates to $142. So you really save yourself $12 if you come in and buy them out of the shop. We do have a line of liners as well, and shavers, and we also have cordless neck dusters. So
Cordless
neck dusters, yeah.
I'm trying to vision it.
It's basically, it's got a brush. It's got a brush on the end of the blower,
Okay.
and you can dust them off with the thing, or you can hit the button and it glows, and it'll blow the hair off your face.
Okay.
It's a treat. You know,
Man,
you sell a lot of those. You know what I mean?
Man, that's the first I've heard of that. Truly a trendsetter.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Truly,
sir.
truly a trendsetter. These here are. I think I'm gonna come over and do a set.
Yeah.
Now these come in two
colors. We got black, we have matte black and chrome, and then we have the chrome and the cycle red.
Okay.
And these are just
So
things,
this is basically the same.
the same clipper, different shape.
Now, does it come in two in one box?
That's just showing we have those are our 2 colors.
Okay.
So you may have a black one in there, you may have a red one in there. We have them labeled with dots, with red dots, black dots, which will tell us which one is which. But we do have a line of clippers, of trimmers, the masterpiece trimmers, and I'm proud of those as well. I didn't bring any of those this time. The next time I come through, I'm gonna bring the trio set, because we got this clipper trimmer shaver kit. But the trimmer is really a treat, because a lot of people thought that they weren't gonna cut. You know how you get off brand stuff, and right now that's what they label me as, it's off brand, but I'm already a brand, they just don't know.
Right.
So when they buy them, I've had numerous people hit me back like, bro, these mugs really, they hit, you know what I mean, or I modified them with this. These boys, like, everything that I wanted with the clipper was for it to be powerful as could be, but as light as could be. You feel me? So people, when they pick them up, and these mugs, they're not really heavy. I'm like, nah. I said, if you put another blade on here, what kind of blade do you put on? On our trimmer, you can put an Andis blade on. You can put an Andis, regular Andis T.R.C.A blade on there, and it's gonna fit perfect. You know what I mean? And it's gonna hit. You know what I mean? So a lot of times, boys go out and buy new clippers, but they want to, like a car, like your old school. You feel me? They ain't stopping no more. You feel me? Boys ain't keeping their clippers stock no more. They get them. They get what feels good to them, and then they might take this blade off and put a Wall blade on. They might take the blades off the masterpiece trimmer and throw some Andis blades on some GTX. They gonna make them hit the way they want based on, I like the frame. I say this, these are my 67 Mustangs.
Okay.
You feel me?
Okay.
And if you want to go some Pirellis and some 4Gs on there,
Right.
you can do it. You can go back stock. You feel me? So that's the way I look at the clipper game now. And people, a lot of times I've had, people, man, how he's cut. Well, I did a showcase at Crossroads Barber and Beauty Show just a couple of weeks ago up in Maryville.
Mm-hmm.
boys was coming over looking, so probably about 10 pairs. You feel me? Which was good, you know what I mean? But people was like, black on, man, I might give you a shot. But then when they saw me cutting with them, they was like, damn, they did that?
Right.
Like, yeah, they like, oh shit, man, let me go and get one.
And that's
You
what
feel
it
me?
is.
They got to see. You feel
Seeing
me?
is believing.
Yeah, it ain't no struggle. These are no struggle clippers. You feel me? The only thing you can't do with these clippers, and I try to be as honest with my people as possible, just like any other clipper, we do have limitations because all clippers ain't made for everything. You feel me?
That's true.
So when you want to take bulk out, like to a big old thick head of hair, I would suggest you use an ion or a 76 or a Supra or something of that nature. So you don't tear the clippers. These right here for fading and shaving.
Yeah, okay.
You feel me?
Yeah.
That's what
And
they're for.
they feel like just good clippers to shave.
Hey,
You can, yeah.
it's a good play.
I like it.
As far as what I stand for and what I have offered the game over the years is freshness. You feel me? I bring freshness to the table, but I also bring fresh new ideas to the table. And I tell everybody we don't always get the same opportunity to do the same thing at the same time.
Yeah.
But everybody got time to do something. You feel
And
me?
that's right.
So it's just right now. I just talked to my uncle a little while ago. He told me this is just my time. He said, I want to just talk to you and let you know I'm feeling what you're doing. Reach further and ask God for more than what you need. And he said, man, you're going to get even more. So right now, all I'm saying is I'm just in a faith mode, man. I got faith in my ability, but also first and foremost, I got faith in God to continue to wrap me with that same ability continuously and be humble enough to pass that to the next generation continuously because I want this business to be in a better place when I leave and when I can't leave, you feel me? And a lot of boys don't have those intentions with it. They're just sitting to make the money, you feel me? If you go to with the impact comes respect. With respect comes impact. Nowhere in that says that somebody will respect you because you got a lot of money. They just don't think you got a bankroll. Sometimes the average dude ain't or average person ain't even got the bankroll. People assume because whenever you get through with it, they told you keep your fronts up.
That's what they told me.
They told you keep your fronts up. So that's where I'm at with regard to how I put business out there, how I conduct my business, and first and foremost, I'm gonna build off what I know. I'm a barber to the heart, to the core. I've been doing this since 11 years old. And I continuously thought that I was going to be great in some capacity. But I never tied in. I'm looking at basketball, football players, and you know, mind you get tricked into that's the untouchable greatness. You feel me? But this is the greatness that I got right now, what I'm living in right now, this is anybody can have it.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
You see what I'm saying? You just gotta work. You gotta work hard for it.
That's right. You gotta realize the talent that you got. You gotta use what you got. You put some around you. And then to be blessed with the shout out to Keith's wife Denise, you know what I'm saying? To be blessed with somebody who believes in you and to have your back on these ventures out. And because I know I got one too.
Yeah.
And she look at me sideways for a minute. Like, okay, whatever. And but she knows in the long run, whatever this boy is talking about, he's gonna do something. You know what I'm saying? So, so that just kind of brings it up to where you are now, Potter. And you've hosted events, several events. I've been to some. What do you got coming up?
Yesterday we did a product video and commercial shoot yesterday, but that was the first part to it. I wanted to have the products be looked at from multi-usage perspective, meaning I want people to look at the way you can utilize the products in your home for home use, because what I'm trying to get into is not just selling out of the barbershop and on the website, but selling out of the box stores, brick and mortar stores, having a bigger online presence. So we did a shoot yesterday that allowed us to showcase the clippers and the products, how to use the products, you know, what products do what.
Right, okay.
So the next thing that we have coming up is we have another big photography shoot. It's going to be more for the products again and the clippers, but it's for everybody to attend. People that other barbershops, other shop owners, you know what I mean, just come in, look and see what we doing, and assist us in promoting our products through you.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing wrong with freestyle coming over holding a real cut above product.
That's why I'm doing this.
Absolutely.
This is a
Absolutely.
crossover right here.
Absolutely.
I mean, you know, I don't want nobody else coming to promote their stuff over in my shop. Yeah, this is a barbershop too. This is a freestyle barbershop, but I promote my brother right here, T.R.C.A. You know what I'm saying? More than welcome to come and promote anything that you got, anytime. So let's do. We just making that clear.
Yes, sir.
Clothes. You got the drip going on. Is your brand incorporated in that?
This is another
creation.
Another creation.
Another creation.
Listen, if you
didn't bring none of those with you.
didn't bring any others, but the next time I come through, I'm gonna have a full gamut. I'm gonna have products. I'm gonna bring several.
This isn't gonna be the last time,
No.
y'all. This is
probably
probably
today.
yeah. Y'all gonna see some stuff going on. So, but I love that.
Yeah.
I love everything about that.
And here's the crazy thing about it. Shout out to little Julio, my guy Julio McBride. His son, he over at the Players Way Barbershop over on 24th Lafayette Road, which used to be the real cut above. But you know, he played.
Little Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
But his son drew this up right here. The opportunity to like 5 kids to draw me up something out here doing.
Okay.
And this was probably about 7 years ago.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And he drew his mug up, and I was like, man, I got that one of those I sent you with the crown on.
That's
Well,
hard.
he drew my nephew drew it.
Okay.
You know what I
That's
mean?
hard.
So I
And
did
it's got your favorite brand. Shout out to
But
Adidas. I mean, it's got Adidas.
Yeah.
And everybody, if y'all know Uncle Keith, Uncle Potter, you know, Lil Don, you know what I'm saying? You gotta know he's got Adidas. He's always Adidas. We'll go all the way over to Cabo. And he's got a fresh Adidas that I ain't never seen, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
what we operate in, man. We operate in our whole lane. But yeah, they hooked me up, and then some years later, I was thinking, man, you know, it'd be nice to have some stuff with my, you know, logo on it. But I've been so used to using logos like that, just with my barber pole emblem on it. I was like, man. Then I was rolling through some pictures through my phone one day, and I ran across this one right here, and I'm like, I said, that look nice.
Yeah.
So I sent it to my guy. Shout out to T.R.C.A. I
A
sent it
little
to him.
swag to it.
He sent it off. It came back like this, but he was like, what do you get? He said, you always talking game. So he was like,
Yes.
you dripping game. And then I was like, that logo go right
And
with
it
it.
goes right with it. And it goes right with it. It goes right with what the young would be saying.
Yeah.
Dripping gang, you know, that's drip. And that's to me, man. I said, what are they talking
Yeah.
about? But I'm on board with all that right
Yeah.
now. That's hard. I like it. You got your boot bags, your backpacks, and those are nice.
Right on.
Those
And those are for sale too. We just don't have them on our website. What you have to do is you have to reach out to me via inbox at Dr. T.R.C.A. On Facebook, Dr. T.R.C.A. on Instagram, and then just say, hey, you know, I'm interested in a book bag. Those special orders. You know?
Dr. Potter PC.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, yeah, you know, we make living with the real, be real. We're gonna continue to shine like, you know, Susan B. Anthony. You feel me? And we will continue to just drop game to places that are necessary. And I'm getting into the instructor part of my career. Instructing is something that I've always did, but I've been a licensed instructor since 2000, no, since '99. So I've had my instructor's license for over almost 25 years. You know what I mean? So I'm one of those people that I tell boys, this is not me just talking something I kind of know this, you know what I mean? But what I am interested in now is continuing to manifest, you know, my instructor's commitment, you know, and I'm in demand. I did a class last year at the, what's the name of that? It was the 5th annual Central Indiana Barber Battle. And shout out to Terry Gerard. He hooked me up with a spot there to sell my products. I did a class, educated some folk. Now I'm getting ready to, I've been asked to come to Lafayette, Indiana on November the 13th to do a class at Rocco's Revival. It's a barber college school in Lafayette, and he's one of the first people, he's not the first, but one of the first 2 people to use my clippers as they're in their kits. So they buy clippers and my trimmers. He's actually buying the 3-piece kits for his school. So he's getting the clippers, trimmers, and the shavers, and then that's what they're including in their kits. And then shout out to Dave Collins at A+ Barber School out of Avon. He's first school. Dave was first school.
Okay.
Dave was first school. He's buying the clippers and he's buying the trimmers.
Man, shout out to them guys for the big support.
Yeah, no doubt.
I speak to them.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the way you network and got it out there and got boys to believe in it. And now they are turning their pupils and their students onto it. And guess what? The students is gonna come out and this is what they went to school cutting with.
Yeah.
That's what they gonna want every time. And the man is at school, man, but I'm gonna need these T.R.C.A's. I'm gonna need the T.R.C.A's.
And that's the brand. Listen, it's a lot of boys. Shout out to a lot of boys that have been sticking in it over 15 years. Tori over at headquarters.
Tori over at headquarters. Yeah, that's my guy. Up Tori. And
big shout out to the man, Lefty Steve Hicks over at
Definitely Steve Hicks. Forgot about Steve Hicks.
Oh, man, he's still out here doing it. We went to Broadway. He was a sophomore. I was a freshman. Then we hooked up again after I came home from college. We both working at Domino's Pizza, talking about our dream home and our own spot.
Right.
This was in like 1987.
See what I'm saying?
You feel me? And look at it. Look at it.
That's all good.
That's my guy. We definitely go back. So Rob Lasser, thank you,
Rob Lasser.
Rob gave me my first shot.
Victor Flynn.
Angie Bradshaw, I don't know where she at. She's the coldest. She's the coldest.
Yeah. Boulevard 40.
40 Boulevard.
Shout out to him.
Yeah. So we always try to pay our dues, pay our respect. Shout out to the Greg Jackson over Stress Out on 40 and environment. So we doing everything we can as a
Trey's over there.
Yep, he is. Yep.
My guy Antonio McQuarrie had a
yeah.
And you turned it into
Million Hairs.
It was
at my space
Million
area.
Harris Barbershop. I'm gonna shout out to him. That's my guy. That's my brother.
So there's a lot of guys that's been out here doing anything, and in our generation, we definitely got to shout out Leon's and Eminem, just more. What's that? Down off of 38. Yep.
I'll take my time in there for years.
Cheetah and more.
You
You know what I mean? And Mr. Leon over off Floyd. Yeah. Hey man, shout out to the predecessors that brought everything together for us. And if you don't know some of these dudes, and you need to reach out because they're a part of what's made this business right here in this city. And a lot of times boys just come out and think that they that deal. And then listen, and I'm gonna have to give a special shout out to Greg Kenny because he was one of the great.
Shout out Greg.
Yeah.
But it coming up back then in the shadow of going to Kenny. Where'd you go? Did you go to Kenny's? I didn't go to King. I went to KJ's. And shout out to Kurt. So,
Yep.
so I went to KJ's.
I worked there. After I left Kenny's, I worked there. I worked at not just Mike Allen.
Okay, Mike, Mike and George.
Yeah.
Them boys over there.
Yeah.
And then you got the other Mike and George over off
71st Street. Yeah. George just had a little woo.
Yeah, that's all good. And it was some good days. And an old school barber, Bully.
Big Boo.
Big
Shout out to
Bully.
him.
I can't leave out Bully. You got Tony Black.
Yes, sir.
Keith Danway. Jeff Laswell.
Lassie.
How could I forget? He said, he's the one that, he put my boots on.
Yeah.
Him and Tony Black. So, yeah, I give a big shout out to them guys. And, like I said, if there's some more barbers, which I'm sure.
That person.
My guy, Al Mac. Shout out to Al Mac over there. And, I just, if there's some women barbers out there, like Charmaine, you know what I'm saying? That's what I heard. All right. Charmaine, she's nice. She's nicer than a lot of these cats out here.
Wow.
Real talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the barber game came a long way. You can actually, compared to today, I don't know how we was actually paying bills and feeding our families back then.
Come on, man.
I can't lie. I had 2 houses.
With the $8, $10, $12 boys.
Sent the son to college for about two college years.
Yeah.
But long story short, raised 2 boys and built 2 houses off of the barber.
That's it.
And we still moving forward.
Still moving forward. Yeah.
I gotta, from time to time, you gotta come up with some stuff.
Yeah.
You gotta create.
Yeah.
I love everything about what's on this table.
Right on.
Including what we're drinking.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Wolf for retired.
Yeah, we're gonna shout out to Will for one time. What else, Steve? Tell me something else about it.
Man, listen. The good part of business now. Let's get right into now with a couple of things before we get out here. I'm gonna address this here so that it's not like I ain't sitting. Sometimes I like talking to myself.
Right.
Since I'm sitting across the room, and we in the same boat, you ownership, and you're gonna cut, and you understand all of these things. Where is it in the game if haircuts are turning to $56 for a haircut?
You said where?
Where in the game is shit come from?
Okay, I'm actually happy about it.
I ain't happy.
But I can't. Mine ain't that high.
Here's my problem with it.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with it. If you worth it, but I don't even feel like my haircut's $50.
Okay.
Because this is the difference between real barbers and boys trying to shack up. They don't understand that all of these things take time. It ain't like I can't charge $50. I feel that if you take a $50 haircut, not knowing who's 50, who's 40,
Yeah.
any mind you gonna say that $40 cut all day is a $50 cut.
Yeah.
Because a $50 cut ain't really a $50 cut.
Okay.
And the reason why I say this is because all that they doing for $50 is they give you something that can be messed up. I'm giving you an experience. For the same price, you get an experience with me and you get a haircut with him.
Okay.
People ain't coming to the barbershop no more just for a haircut.
No.
They coming for an experience. Now you ruin the experience by adding all the unnecessaries in there, like all the paint and stuff. But if you come to the real and we can show you how to utilize. I'm not just talking about the clients, I'm talking about other barbers. Remember when we talk about instructors?
Yeah.
I'm showing boys how to do this and do it right.
Right.
Because what you're doing, a lot of these young dudes messing up people's hair and they fix it, they so-called, I'm gonna fix it. You can't fix a messed up haircut, bruh. It'll take 2 more weeks for that to unfix itself.
Yeah. I agree.
So you hit it with the paint, you hit it with everything you got in the drawer. Well, when you go home and take a shower, that boy ugly. So what I'm saying is those that can charge that, they got their hand for the 50. So yeah. But it's a whole other segment of the barber society that really is unworthy of that. And they, listen, I know one little cat in particular, he wants to be a real big deal.
Right.
Until he really learns how to cut. I don't care who you hang with. I don't care what clip you pick up. I don't care what product you pick up. You still won't come up short.
Yeah.
And it ain't about what on the outside that people think about your haircut. It's about what's real about the haircut. See, when you want to be qualified and justified, you also want to be certified as well. You can't get any of those fights without being real. You feel me? So if you give a natural haircut and add something to what? Enhance, not make.
Right.
Some of these dudes are letting all these little tricks make the haircut. And then they wonder why they can't keep it. See, you get one haircut, you charge that dude 50, he go out, he can come back the next week saying, okay, I'm gonna give you another chance. Hey bro, don't use that stuff on there. Now I'm gonna be struggling.
Yeah.
Now you don't know what to do. You see what I'm saying? But now that $50 haircut ain't $50 haircut no more because then they made you take all the tricks out of it. You said keep tricks in your box.
Yeah.
You feel me? Keep all that in there.
I don't want that.
Now you stuck because you can't paint a boy into $50. What I'm saying is, step your barber game up. Some of these dudes coming in this business, first 2-3 years, they're gonna charge $45, $50. Where the hell is your ceiling?
Right.
Where are you headed to?
Right.
And are you gonna be? Because right now, you 1, 2, 3 months in, and you charging $45, $50. Bruh, I've been in this boy for damn near 40. I've been a barber for 35, going on 36 years.
Right. Now, and let me say this, because we just raised up to $30 for $20 for all the other stuff anybody would hang on.
Right.
But I'm one that agrees totally. You know,
I'm not opposed to the go up. I'm just, it's a level. When you talk $50 or higher, it should be an experience. It shouldn't be you gonna sit in that chair for 25, 30 minutes. You come to me, Mom got these $50. That's Tuesday, that's access on Tuesday. I got 8 slots. It ain't too many weeks that I ain't 8 slots need $50 each.
right.
But they come in as an hour service, and I get to talk to my people. Sometimes somebody has information for you that you won't get because you're so busy moving people do. Sometimes you gotta slow down to get that info. Sometimes you gotta slow down and lock in. So I pick Tuesdays as my day to slow down and lock in. We can do a little this. If they don't want that, I got some sodas and refrigerators, some water, some lemonade. We do that, we chop it up, but they give me a time to talk to my people and really work on it. You feel me? They're gonna get steam, they get the hot towel, they get samples, the whole experience. So it's like 1 hour. Now these dudes ain't grateful enough where you can say, I'm going to work at Rolls Royce. Rolls Royce ain't paying $50 an hour.
Right.
Not to the average dude, not to you first coming in. See, this is where they don't, everybody wants to change the narrative. If you was just working for Rolls Royce or Allison's or Lily's or one of these places, you're gonna come in at the standard rate until you show and prove and learn. At what level do you get where at 50 today and you one month in the barber and you trying to charge $45, $50, where do you become $150, $200 barber?
Right.
Because that, just look at the climb we made.
Yeah.
I've been in it this long and I've had 3 price changes and coming up here in 2023 I'm gonna have another one which will push me $5 closer to the 50. But people have grown to understand if you want the best, then I qualified, I'm justified,
Right.
now I'm certified.
Certified.
So I can charge those type of prices even when I don't want to charge because I still feel like I'm a working man's barber.
Right.
You feel me? I've been here for my people over it. I'm not trying to rob you. You got 3 kids,
Right.
and I I need 50 and 35 each year, man, these dudes out there right there, that's fine. They'll probably never get the opportunity to be a part of it than I did. You feel me? All they're doing is they're looking at what I did and they're trying to mimic it and make it look something that it shouldn't be. You feel me? And I don't think that $50 haircut for new barbers is something that's gonna keep them battle tested or put them in a position later on to be able to be successful because their expectations are gonna be set there and they're not gonna come down off of them. And everybody that thinks they're a $50 barber or $100 barber or $200 barber, listen, man, I've been a barber for I don't know how long, and I will say this every time. There's no freaking way I'm paying $50 for a haircut and you're gonna cut my hair 20 minutes on the route on more than that. Because this ain't really even worth. This is
So is that put a black eye in the game?
I really believe it's put the black eye in the game. And not to say that everybody's due a price hike if you've been in your situation for a while and you've adjusted and showed progress, you should respect that. But you ain't showing me nothing coming out of barber school charging $45, $50. Nothing. Even if it were, where are you gonna be? Where are you gonna be in 10 years? Do you think people are gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna go and watch where I'm gonna be, big guy. I'm gonna take you 50, or guess what? I'm gonna go on www.therealcutbug.com. I'm gonna buy me some of the OG Phase 1. And so the masterpiece trimmer, I'm gonna cut my own hair. I'm gonna learn how to cut my own hair. I'm gonna cut y'all out of the deal. And guess who's back laughing? OG Don P. Because I'm telling y'all running the game away by overpriced. Everybody trying to overprice. Ain't nobody regular barber no more. All y'all superstars.
Right.
The superstars of the game ain't even acting like superstars. We too humble. We know where y'all what y'all doing. And it's my job as one of the overseer, one of the oracles of the business here in this city and abroad to let y'all know I'm not riding with y'all on that and I'm not against you on it. Right. What I'm saying is pay close attention and don't put yourself in a situation where you won't be mentioned later.
That's game.
I'm just saying. And it's as real as it can be because nobody really wants to talk about it and everybody wants to make a stand where they go out and buy Jordans. Yeah, that's true. But your haircut ain't Jordan.
Right.
Boy, you wear Jordan 2, 3, you take care of 2, 3. I don't care how long you take care of your hair, how good you take care of your hair, you're going to need another haircut in about 7 to 10 days.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, if you didn't cut hair that often, if you bear with people, I got a couple people that come in 2, 3, 4 times in the area 2 weeks. They love the fact that the price is good enough for them to be able to get room again. I would rather my chair keep spinning and I keep winning than I sit over here and keep watching somebody else's chair spin, somebody else winning. I can't do that. Right. And it's not to say y'all have to, charge $20, $15, but a respectable haircut, I'm saying respectable haircuts is $30 with $40. This is respectable. This is respectable.
And that's where I'm at.
That's respectable.
I've only been in the game 25 years, or right around 25, I'm just going to say about 25. And it took all the way up to a few months ago. I was still cutting, came out here, I was still doing kids for $10.
But there you hit it. You see what I'm saying? This boy's like us that stand the test of time simply because we keep our hand on time.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
We keep our hand on time. These dudes, they don't have a respect for it because it seems easy the way things work for us. We set at the table, and then we got up and washed dishes, and then all these niggas came and jumped and took our seats.
And your crowd, your era in haircut, because we were around the same age, but y'all went to barber school right out of high school, so to speak, in the 80s.
Yeah.
Became actual professional barbers back in the 80s.
Yeah.
So cut up to now, and it just made me when they said, "Kid, man, we can't keep cutting. My price list still said $10 a kid."
Yeah.
And it's like, listen, man,
You gotta do something.
we gotta do something. So I said, okay. And they said, well, we're going up to $20 for kids and $30 for adults. You know, I felt for the customer because I was like,
These are the people that
y'all gonna run people off. Well, with the response of that, I don't think we ran too many people off.
You know why? Because you run a respectable establishment, a place where people can come in, feel safe, get a good quality service. And yeah, the people that were getting and appreciating services, the reason why they're not complaining is because at some point they all knew they was getting old.
Yeah.
You feel me? And they knew when it was time, it was time. I had numerous, when I went up the last time, it was 5 years ago. And when I put the, I'm real professional with the way I transmit whatever I need to be done from my clients, from me to my clients, gave a flyer, it had all the old prices, it had all the new prices on there, my time, booking information. I was like, this is how we gonna rock from now on. I said, I've been doing this for far too long, I'm charging this, and it was dudes that were saying, bro, you should have been done.
Yeah.
And I had one client, old school guy, shout out to Joe Moore. He came in one day and he was like, you still charging this? He's an older dude. He said, you charging this? He said, man, you deserve more than that. He said, I'm always trying to give you more.
And I was comfortable after a while when the customers said, man, quietly, y'all the last ones on the block that still charging $10 or $20 or $15 and that type of stuff. So it was a good day when I would get some haircuts that were just $20.
Yeah.
No, $10.
They were just 20s.
And I felt good about it. So that makes me appreciate the raise a little more. Now I feel like, okay, so I got a raise. So that's why when you first said it, I'm like, well, I like it.
Yeah.
And no, it ain't $40 and $50.
Yes. Yeah. I'm all for it.
But I'm happy with that little raise.
Yeah. Because y'all deserve it. Y'all stop a little better barbers. Y'all deserve it. I'm not, any young dude know they get in my inbox on a regular basis, asking me questions. 90% of my answers because that's just who I am. Right. The other 10%, those are monetary questions. You have to pay me. You have to pay to play. You feel me? Like I want to pick your brain. That means you need some info that's going to gain you. Yes. How about making me comfortable up front by helping you? Right. You see what I'm saying? Right. But y'all are the veteran barbers. Y'all deserve the raises. The young guys that come into the business expecting to be a superstar out the gate off the backs of what's been already built. Now they can call me a grumpy old dude. Many of these young dudes know that ain't me, but they know I don't bite my tongue. Yeah, they know I'm gonna say what it is. I ain't saying if you good, you don't deserve a raise, but don't price yourself out this month. It's far too many boys out.
And you got a great point. That raises a good point because when you go down to whatever job, whether it's Lily's or Allison, wherever you go. You didn't come in unless you came in already with a skill set with experience along with it. But other than that, just fresh out the shit, fresh out of college. I don't care if you're fresh out of college. That's still not enough credentials for you to come in and you can be making what these guys have been making. And this man over here, he got 30 years plus coming in, and he's just up to the top now. You see what I'm saying? Which could be $35, $40 an hour.
That's the key. That is.
So that's why they do have entry levels on
every level.
On all levels.
Rookie contracts in basketball is only so much you can get. They say after 3 years.
You made a great point.
You feel me? And I like I said, I'm not against it. I'm just, and I ain't even against the boy coming out charging that. Number one, if you work. Number two, understand it's going to be a long stretch for that 50. You got to adjust your next 10 years off that 50 because the boys ain't getting ready to really hear any numbers. This is not the market for that.
Yeah.
Not consistently across the board. Right. There are some barbers here that test the water with it. I've seen some test the water with it completely fail, and I've seen some test the water and be like they said, way barely cruising. See, what I like to do is I like to move people.
Yeah.
Tuesdays I sit still and I show love to my people. You know, we marinate, have a little drink, and I make them feel like the superstar they are.
Yeah.
Because if you come in here 50 we got appreciate it.
But that's what we do, though. Potter, we are life coaches. We are we are motivators.
Yeah.
And they look for you. You are an image coach
Yeah.
to this client.
Yeah.
You know, he comes in and I had a couple of clients. I ain't seen them in a while, but he used to always be worried about, hey, what you think about this might be a pre-planned outfit, you know, and what you think about what color shoes should I wear?
Yeah.
Why are you asking?
They see sometimes what they see from us. You know what I mean? People will just expect that you have all the answers.
And I'm like, but I did. I was able to help. I was able to help him with shoes or whatever, man. I think you should go with the same color.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Put it in a good space.
But yeah, long story short, we are image consultants at the end of the day, motivators, and we live up to that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is a part of some of that pay, some of that money.
Yeah, so we could go from here to the end of time about the way the business is right now, or the direction it should be going in. But the fact of the matter is, where we are now, the state of the game, I feel like it's really it's kind of fluttery. You feel me? It's just, well, the state of flutteriness is really it's placed on the back of the schools at this point. They don't really give a fair assessment of how it's going to be once they get out of school. And sometimes it's not even the school in general's fault. It's the lack of a real schooling or education. A lot of these people, the same way I'm talking about jumping out here getting in the bar, it's a lot of dudes that can't really cut hair becoming instructors. So if a boy can't cut hair and ain't had no experience in barbering,
Oh wow!
how he gonna instruct somebody, or how she gonna instruct somebody on the art of being a good professional barber?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You ain't been in the business a hot minute. Now you go right back to school to get your instructors. That's the most retarded stuff. And excuse me, I don't really like to use that part, that use of words, but that's really probably the dumbest.
Yeah.
That's the dumbest stuff I've ever heard.
Idiotic.
Because you ain't even went out here to explore, yeah, you go back and teach.
Yeah.
You haven't even been out here to learn what's really out here, so you can warn the students, hey, you don't want this when you get out here. You see what I'm saying?
How can you teach them or tell them when you don't?
Yeah. This is a business where you gotta have experience and education. You gotta have it, both of them. You can't just be like, I'm gonna be effective if all I do is go learn how to pass a test. That's all that is. You go gain a little information, which is pretty much the same information. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna keep you 3,000. When I was early in my career, I thought about being an instructor, but it was either 750 or 850 hours. I got to be away from the shop. X amount of hours. I said, I already struggled to get through bars. You feel me? So why I completed that? So became a Mason. Mr. Moore, Chief Moore, he was in the same lodge I was in. He asked me when I finally crossed over, he said, what you do for a living? Because they didn't show up until the end. They didn't show high. They didn't show up when it was time to run us through. You feel me? He was like, we had our little get together. He was like, he said, so what do you do for a living? I was like, I'm a barber. He said, really? He said, well, I'm a barber. I've been a barber for 52 years. Right. So I'm trying to think, who was he? He said, who he was. He said, you ever heard of Chief Moore barbershop? I said, yes, sir. He said, Mr. Moore. Mouthful, because he's legendary. You know what I mean? It's just that simple. And I was like, oh man, he said, we conversated, not 5, 10 minutes into the conversation. He said, you ever thought about being an instructor? And I was like, yeah, but I said, man, that's too much time. He broke it down. He said, listen, he said, right now they got a law where you can become, if you got 10 years of professional experience, all you gotta do is take a test. You don't even have to go to school. I said, man, hold on. Now this is what it's like to be plugged in any event, whether I was a Mason or a Nuke or a Alpha or a Mate or whatever. Right place, right time, right club. He put that in my ear. He said, give me your phone number and I'll call you and I'll drop off the application and you can pick it up. I said, you gave me the info, I'm gonna come get it. I'm gonna come get it. So I got the info, took the test, passed it with a 99.
Oh man.
I took my maybe 4 months. I studied the book because I had been to school in like 11 years.
Yeah, right.
So I studied the book, boom, 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 got all of it together, went down and took it, passed it, boom. That's how I became. And everybody like, dang, they still do that? Everybody ain't ready. This is, you feel me? I was ready at that 11-year mark when he told me about it. It was for me. I was in my wheelhouse. So that is me speaking to that $50 thing. When it's your time, it'll be easy. You feel me? You ain't gonna be pulling teeth to get your money out of nobody. I wasn't pulling teeth to get this instructor's license because I qualified, justified, now I'm certified. You feel me? So now all I'm doing is trying to do the same thing by telling the truth. If you want to be all of these fives, you gotta come through the real. You gotta come and get the information. And the real don't have to be the real cut up. It can be the real freestyle. You feel me? Somebody's gonna be honest with you. And all I can say is, if people don't want to listen, it's because they don't want to listen. They want to do the stuff the hard way. They want to bust their stuff.
That's exactly.
And I'm cool with that. Because when I see you leave it,
Right.
knowing I gave you the information, I ain't got no band-aids for you, baby. Well, watch out. I can't look at all. I'm gonna let you leak out.
And man, I agree with that. I know exactly what you said.
So it's the pricing and all of that stuff. I'm with it, but I ain't with people coming in and prove themselves, don't know how to treat people. You in here extracting money, but not giving nothing back to the game. But a whack cut that ain't finished, that you gonna spray paint to the end of time.
Yeah.
It's no disrespect. That stuff's out here for usage for a reason. But on each and every one of those, they say brain enhancement hurts.
Yeah.
Not making a haircut.
Yeah.
So when I see those haircuts, it's disappointing because I know there's something that needs to be corrected. Now I look at some haircuts, and I'll be like, yo, I'm gonna get him off. You did head. You feel me? I'm gonna get him all the way together. And then you look over here and be like,
Yeah.
what's going on with this?
Yeah.
But everybody has a facade that they want to try to sell. When I was coming up and you was coming up, the real part of the game was those things were available, but they were not visually prevalent in our community. So we prided ourselves on being able to cut hair actually. Without all of that extra, people was walking out satisfied with the cans out the way, with the markers out the way, with the paint out the way. Now that they incorporated the game, he's starting to people like that.
Yeah.
And I'm cool with getting it to them. But you gotta know how to do it. You gotta know how to give them that haircut. First and foremost, then you come back and then lightly spot check those places that may be enhanced.
Yeah.
It's not amazing. It's not amazing, it's enhancing. So technically, all I want to do is I want to bring light to the fact that we need to get back to the basics. We need to get back to the basics of barbering and how we're going to establish the next generation. See, we continue to let these fools think that they can ready to be rapper barbers.
And that's what they think.
That's what they think.
It's superstar, rock star.
Yeah. Everybody can't get a sponsorship. I couldn't get no sponsorship because that wasn't available. But guess who sponsors me now? Me. You feel me? I'm like, I don't have to sponsor me. I'm gonna sponsor myself, and I'm gonna work hard for me. My deal is great. You feel me? It works.
It's funny because I know one barber that is a young rock star barber, and you would think he probably sell dope or something, but he don't. And this guy, little movie, shout out to the movie, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Movie will cut. Just the other day, we stand up here outside of Just Winging in 79th and Michigan Road, up and down the block at night. And we just standing there kicking it. We always do. There'd be a bunch of us up there. And then he said, he just asked me, oh, do your hands cramp on you? I looked over. I seen his hands, you know, trying to fix his hands. He said, man, I cut 40 years. He don't work, you know. He's in a studio style.
Yeah.
So there ain't, and all his people that are coming
for him.
He's like walking.
Yeah, they
They come directly for him. So he cuts a lot of hair.
Yeah.
And I call him, he's one of my favorite little up and coming barbers because he just knows how to carry himself. Shout out to any of the newcomer barbers that I got the haircuts.
Hey, come down.
We got the haircuts, but anyway, I forgot about
The dude was up and coming barber. Shout out to him.
Shout out to all the new up and coming barbers. The barber game is something to get into right now. But you gotta have a passion for it.
Yeah.
And I think the passion got away from a lot of people.
Yeah.
And they see the way to make money instead of clocking in like this.
So we gotta just continue to any the young folk that we come in contact with, young barbers, understand it ain't no hate, because I done as much more than the average dude has in this business at this particular moment. To be as young or as old as I feel like I can still do more, and that's why I try to. But what I don't try to do is I don't try to put people in inflationary bad positions when it comes down to whether or not they got to make a drastic choice between, do I get a haircut or do I buy groceries? Can you still incorporate me every week or every 2 weeks or once a month into your schedule? You see what I'm saying? And those are the questions that these young guys need to be asking themselves, because people have other things that they can do with their money as opposed to spending it to groom themselves weekly or bi-weekly. So when you take you going up on your prices, sometimes even $10 or $5 can take somebody out of your price range.
That's exactly
Easy. So I just say, for the young barbers to lock in with the clientele, lock in with your clientele, and make sure that they feel you, make sure that they appreciate you before you start to try to raise prices. Before you get to thinking, man, I got 60 likes on that last, brother, that was 60 likes on something that had nothing to do with the bar. You feel me?
That's exactly right.
Check out how many likes you got on your last haircut.
How much time we got?
We good. We can count it down if you want to.
Huh?
Wherever we at, we still good.
Okay.
We at like 1:30 right now. We an hour and a half.
We've been an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Okay, that's when the game performs.
And normally we cut it off at about an hour.
But it was flowing.
But no, we cool.
Yeah.
We cool. We good. I tell you what, let's take 5 minutes real quick. We'll come back to the close out. Let me give you, I need some water. And it's right here. Shit.
Let me make a couple quick calls here. Somebody call.